Okay, time to start my YouTube channel. Wait a minute. Why does my camera look like this instead of this? We're going to find out how on our next episode of Level Up. Okay, we've all been there. You're getting ready to start a YouTube channel. You find out what gear your favorite channels are using. You like their video. You like how it looks. It just looks awesome. You're ready to roll. You get the equipment. And then when you hit record, it was, wait a minute. Now, how do I get my camera to look like my favorite YouTube channel? The answer is easy. It's lighting. And with proper lighting, you can get a bad camera to look great. And without good lighting, you can get a great camera to look bad. So lighting, really, of the three things that we all think is important, we like to think of, okay, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. So the most important thing I need to do, I need to look good. So I got to get a great camera. Oh, yeah, and I need to have a microphone that sounds good. So I'm going to do that. And then, oh, by the way, I need to make sure that my lights are bright enough so people can see me. But you quickly find out that regular household lighting doesn't do it because, again, you get this. And this is terrible. So now it's time to do some research to figure out what kind of lighting do I need so I can get my camera to look its absolute best that I can within my budget. Today's video, we're going to cover all these things. We're going to cover what a box light can do, what a ring light can do, what an Elgato Key Light Air can do. And we're going to figure out, once you have it, where's the right spot to put stuff. As you find out, just plopping a light behind your camera is not going to do the job. So if you go out and you just get a regular ring light because you see some of these YouTubers using a ring light and they're not that expensive. I think I bought mine a couple years ago for 80 bucks, maybe less than that. So I plugged it in and I start using it and you get this. And this isn't bad. It's not bad at all. In fact, it's pretty good. I mean, you could get rocking and rolling with some very great videos with this lighting. But one of the things that really bothered me was the light right behind the camera. It really bothered my eyes. It gives me headaches. So what can I do? Light placement can kind of help too. You don't always have to have it directly by the camera. You can put it anywhere. So I moved it off to the side, and this is the shot I was getting. Let's take a look. All right, now that I've placed the light about 45 degrees to my left, off to the side, I start to get them shadows, those dramatic effects. There's the light on this side. I always get this messed up, always get it backwards. But you got the light on this side, and then you got the shadows on this side. Gives it more of a dramatic effect. Well, that's fine, but now I feel like when I do this, I'm losing a lot of my background. So I start doing some more research. What can I do? Well, you can add LED lighting. So that was my next step, getting these lights that were, I think, $25 a piece, 50-watt RGB lights. So I'm going to plug those in and see how that adds to the shot. Plug that, some RGB strip lighting behind my desk. And as you can see, that kind of pops out. Then I went out and I got some bar lights that stand on a desk. Get that on there. Now, wow, that kind of adds some depth to the shot. Still not happy. It's too drastic from the lightest areas of my face. Man, I'm still struggling. This stuff is hard. Okay, so from the lightest part of the shot, which is kind of right up in here, to the darkest parts of my shot, the desk and the corner over here, I felt like it was too much of a drastic change effect. Now, for some channels, this isn't bad. In fact, they really go for this, and it does look good. But for me, I wanted more of an inviting, exciting look, some high energy. So then I moved on to adding a second light, a box light. It's like 60, 70 bucks on Amazon, but it was a box light, a soft light, and I really noticed a big change in my lighting when I did this. You turn it on and it's automatically orange. You're right back to the house light. This is terrible. So you can adjust it and bring it back up to about 5700K, which is what I did. And I added that. Now, let's add some light to it. Okay, so now I've added my box light to the setup, my softbox, and I really like this. I feel like I have more of a bridge in lighting between the lightest and the darkest areas. So I'm really happy with this, but I still feel like I'm getting lost with my background. So I knew after doing some research, I needed to add a key light behind me to kind of separate my silhouette from the background. Now, I have my ring light, but it would be in the shot if I tried to stand that up behind me looking down. So how do I get light behind me out of the shot and separate me? So on Harris Heller, I happened to notice that when he first started and budget was an issue, he went out and he bought one of these jokers from Home Depot and put in a CFL light bulb in it. So that's what I did. I paid like $8, $9, $10 the most. I know inflation's out there, so probably 11 or 12 now. But I paid, let's just say on average, I paid $10 for this light fixture right here. You can find it at Home Depot or any of your local hardware stores. And then I went on Amazon and I bought one of these CFL bulbs, 45, which is 120 volt, 45 watt, PB 45, right there. I think I paid $24 for this. So now working on a budget, trying to get an awesome shot on a budget, right? Because you spent all your money on your camera, your computer, your microphone. So you're trying to get quality lighting now to maximize the money you spent on your equipment. And I'm trying. Let's see how this adds to the shot. And boom, now all of a sudden you're starting to see all those features that you saw when you were looking at everybody else's videos using their camera. And I'm using a Sony a6000 camera with a Sigma 16mm lens, f1.4 stop. And it's beautiful. And really, all the lighting I'm using right now is a $60, $70 softbox. And I'm using one of these from Home Depot. And I'm not using anything to diffuse it because I want sharper edges. I don't want it flooding the back. I want it to hit the back so you can see that light on the hair. It's highlighting that. It's highlighting the shoulders. It's highlighting the chair, as you see there. Look at that. So if I'm sitting in my shot and I'm kind of leaning off to the side doing whatever, but boom, now the chair is separated from the black curtain in the background. Looks great. $24, $34 total for that light effect to do all of this. You don't have to go out and spend a fortune on lighting. So please save your money. Spend your money on things like an editor. Spend your money on ideas for content creation. So all the money I've spent so far, this is what I'm using in this shot right now. I'm using a $60 softbox and a $34 worth of lights behind me there. And then I'm using 15, 20. So what is that? $35? Yeah, 35. 35, Michael. Wow. Okay. So for $35, I've added some LED strips and lighting, and then two $25 lights down there. That's $50. What's our total so far? When you're starting your channel, everybody's scooping up these Elgato key lights because they're all the rage. Everybody has one. They look cool, so I've got to get one. But I was able to do all of this for less than the price of one Elgato key light. So now another part of my setup when I'm doing live stream, live podcast, where I need to see my screen, you can see this lighting setup I have isn't working. It looks great on the Sony, but on my Elgato Facecam, which is my secondary camera, not so good. So I went out and I bought a Key Light Air, which is thin and fits up against my wall. Like you see that angle there. I'm right up against the wall on the other side like this. So I couldn't fit another softbox. So I went out and got the Key Light Air. With my Key Light Air, I'm getting this shot. And I can just kind of strengthen that. And now, as you can see, it's a better effect. So this works for when I'm doing a show. And if I need more lighting, I can add more lighting. It's right there on the screen. I can pop that up and drag it down. So there you go. When I'm using my Sony a6000, I go over here. And as you can see, when that light is on, bring my microphone back over here so you can hear me. I drop that thing down to about 10%. But as you can see, there it's off. But then it just gives just enough light for the other side of the face. That's what good lighting does. Now you can see every little detail that you couldn't see before. So now I have my two lights at 45 degrees, which looks good. It creates shadows. It creates depth on my face. If I were to just have one light directly behind the camera, I would still have a good shot as you saw earlier, but it hurts the eyes. It can give you headaches. It can create problems. So you try to have your lights away from your camera source. You can get great lighting at a cheaper price. The viewer, they don't know what you're using. All they care about is a shot like this. How did they get that shot? And if you can show them a cheaper way, especially if you're just getting started, this is the way you gotta go. Okay, so that does it for this episode of lighting here on Level Up. I thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date on future content as it goes up. Until I see you guys in the next one, God bless.